Hey, welcome back. Today is April 10th, Saturday, and this is my third post today. And on this post, I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets very quickly, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, and see how they could potentially affect the overall altcoin markets. Before diving into DigiByte, token, DGBUSD, and see what is going on in here, I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on this market according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before we begin today, if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video, as I'll be keeping you updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you want to support me and don't have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 2 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit of $100. And I'll also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I am purely sharing my own speculations and opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I'll try my best to get to as many of them as possible. Let's see what's going on in this market very quickly, because I've already done detailed posts on Bitcoin dominance and price action earlier today on how they could potentially affect the markets. Do take a look at that. It is important. But right now we do have Bitcoin dominance down quite a bit since my last post already, down over 0.6%. This breaks down to Bitcoin price action up almost 2%. Total altcoin market cap up over 3%. Now, this is the upside of Bitcoin dominance trending downwards. I will usually see total altcoin market cap leading in gains ahead of Bitcoin. I usually emphasize Bitcoin dominance to trend downwards. That's generally speaking better for the altcoins on both the upside and downside. Because conversely speaking, if Bitcoin dominance was trending upwards, the upside of that, I will usually see Bitcoin leading in gains ahead of total altcoin market cap. On the weekly time frame here for Bitcoin dominance, we are still in a falling wedge pattern, which is generally a bullish pattern. If this price action on Bitcoin dominance here actually breaks out to the upside, not as ideal for the altcoins. Bitcoin here, still some bearish divergence playing out on the weekly time frame. Monthly time frame here, we have been having bearish divergence for quite some time, and we are in overbought territory. Has still yet to play out here. Not something I lose track of though, because when it actually does play out, it could still have a bearish effect on the altcoins. That bearish effect will be greater if Bitcoin dominance is trending higher. And in general, if Bitcoin pulls back at any time, that will still have an effect on the altcoins as well. And very similar thing as what I said about Bitcoin dominance. Let's go over to DGB and see what has gone on in here. I'm going to take a look from the monthly time frame down to daily, which I consider to be macro time frames, and see if we have any overbought RSI readings or possible bearish divergence scenarios. Monthly time frame here, we don't have readings, so let's move on. Weekly time frame here, we did have bearish divergence comparing this high with this high. However, lower highs on the RSI. That's classic bearish divergence. Bearish divergence, more often than not, can still signal a pullback, which we are seeing right now. A safer signal for me to say that this bearish divergence is done playing out would be seeing a higher high on the price action chart, along with a higher high on this RSI time frame. Okay, so the last RSI reading I'm looking to beat here would be over 73 here. Okay, so getting a higher high on the price action chart and a higher high on the RSI on this time frame would tell me that this bearish divergence on this time frame is done playing out. 3-day time frame here. We also had bearish divergence comparing this high with this high. And we're seeing a pullback right now. Very similar thing could be said about a safer signal here to look for to tell me that the bearish divergence is done playing out on this time frame. So very similar thing about what I said on the weekly time frame here applies here about seeing if bearish divergence is done playing out on this time frame. Daily time frame here, we also had bearish divergence comparing this high with this high. Higher highs on the price action chart, however, lower highs on the RSI. A very similar thing could be said about seeing a safer signal that this bearish divergence is done playing out as well as what I said on the higher time frames just now. Let's take a look into what I could be dealing with here in terms of a pattern. I do see a cup and handle pattern here, okay, with a bigger rounded bottom and a smaller rounded bottom. This would take into consideration that the bottom is in for this smaller rounded bottom of this handle of the cup and handle pattern. Let's take a look into the neckline here, which I have it to be about 93, let's just say 93.5 cents there. Excuse me, 9.4 cents here, just for even sake here. Okay, 9.4 cents. Or we can even go lower actually, because I have not seen a daily candle close above this resistance, even down to about like 9.3 cents will still be fine, because that would be the psychological resistance in terms of a whole number where I don't see a daily candle close above this level. Now, the measured target here would be almost 14 cents measured targets. Now, measured targets are theoretical approximate targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. And cup and handle patterns are generally bullish patterns. Let's take a look into some of the key supports and resistances relevant to this price action right now. Key resistance immediately would be about the 9.3 cents neckline of this cup and handle pattern. Followed by, since there are not any other past trading history here, I can only refer to psychological resistances in terms of whole numbers where traders are likely to take profits. So about the 10 cents and perhaps in 10 cents increments up to that 14 cents measured targets. So 10 cents, 11 cents, 12 cents, I can only guess in terms of psychological resistance where traders are likely to take profits between the breakout points and the measured targets. I could also try a new method here, okay, where I could use fib retracement here. A reverse fib retracement, that is, because I'm looking for levels above the full retracement where there's potential resistance, okay. So about 12 cents, slightly under 12 cents, okay. That could be resistance, which is pretty consistent with my initial psychological resistance guesses at 10% increments above the 10 cent level between the breakout point and the measured targets. Key support immediately would be the 8.5 cents fib level area, okay, which we are at right now. I would just say 8.5 cents fib level area. About the 8 cents fib level area. About the 7 cents fib level area, okay. Those are going to be the fib levels for key support before the 3-day 21 MA that's also coming up into the price action right now. In addition to those fib levels I mentioned, the daily 21 MA is also below the current fib level right now, okay, about the 8 cents fib level area coming up to the price action. Now let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios here. bullish case scenario, price action breaks above the pattern and go towards its measured targets. Since there is not any trading history above this pattern right now, I can only guess from my psychological resistances that could be points of rejection as resistances, okay, where traders are likely to take profits at those whole numbers. And go towards its measured target, mining those resistances I have pointed out. Okay. Bearish case scenario. If price action actually starts closing below this last low here of about 8.1 cents, which I assume to be the bottom of this rounded bottom pattern. Okay. This tells me that this is not the bottom of this smaller rounded bottom pattern and that this price action could still be in search of another bottom. The next level of key support after that would be about the 8 cents fit level area. And then the daily 21 MA is actually coming up to the pattern and seeing if that holds. Now, these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know your agreements, disagreements, feedback. I love to hear them. Hope you manage your risk carefully. And if you'd like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.